I have this memory of bringing Korean food to school. One time, my mom was in the hospital because she was pregnant with my brother, and my grandma came to take care of me. And when I went to school, she packed me kimbap wrapped up in foil for lunch. And my mom usually packed me sandwiches, so this was something that was kind of new. And I brought out the kimbap that my grandma had packed for me, and somebody made a comment. And I don't even know if it was a bad comment. Maybe it was just something like, "What's that?" But whatever it was, it made me feel really self-conscious about it. And I can't remember if I continued to bring kimbap while my grandma stayed with us, but I don't remember ever bringing Asian food to school again after that, and I remember feeling a little bit self-conscious about it. And the weird thing is that a lot of my friends were Asian. I went to a school that was really diverse, and when I look back at my childhood, most of my friends were some sort of Asian. But we all brought American food to school nevertheless. Lunchables, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, fruit snacks. I don't remember anyone bringing Asian food. So when my daughter first went to elementary school, I didn't want to pack her something that seemed too foreign because she went to a school that was predominantly white. It was diverse, but I didn't want her to have that experience of somebody making fun of her lunch or saying that it smelled. So I mostly packed her things like mini sandwiches, cheese, finger foods, fruits and vegetables. And I think I was just remembering my own experience and sort of projecting that on her and not wanting her to get teased in school. But when I started packing this Japanese or Korean style lunchbox for my kids, I learned something new. So this year my kids were back in school, and I asked my daughter what she wanted me to pack for her for lunch. And we normally eat Asian food at home, so she said she wanted to eat rice with something for lunch. And to be quite honest, my kids don't really like to eat American food that much. It feels too heavy. So I started to pack her these Japanese style lunches, and it's actually a mix of Japanese and Korean food because that's who we are and that's what we eat. My husband always says that my daughter Sienna is like a mini Marie. We're similar in many ways, but I really feel that my daughter is a much better version of myself. If I was smarter, if I was more creative, a better leader, if I was bolder, braver and more confident, and also kinder and more empathetic, maybe we would be kind of alike. I mean, we have a lot of common traits, but she's just in many ways the type of person that I wish I was, but that I'm not. And she's uniquely herself. Sienna is the type of person who has a really strong personality, and if somebody tries to challenge her, she will clap back at them. And I'm not that kind of person. If she sees something that she doesn't like, she'll say it, and that's not something that I will always do. She's the type of person who stands up for other people if somebody says something mean to them, and I don't really do that. So after I started packing her these lunches, I kind of wondered if people would say something to her about it, and she told me that people would make comments to her sometimes. They would ask her about what she was eating, and if someone ever made fun of her, which wasn't very often, she would say, "Mind your own business," or actually one of her friends would stand up for her and say, "That's none of your business." And sometimes people would ask her if she was eating sushi, and then she would correct them and say, "No, it's not sushi." Or she would say, "No, this is kimbap, not sushi, that's different," if she was bringing kimbap. So she feels proud to use her chopsticks and to eat her Korean/Japanese food. And I'm so proud of her for doing that. I'm proud that she feels confident to be herself and to eat what she likes and to answer questions. If I was her age, I don't think I would have said anything if somebody made a mean comment to me or if they questioned me about what I was eating. And she set an example for her younger sister, who is also not shy about eating the same food. So when I first heard that Japanese moms would wake up early to make these elaborate bento lunches for her kids, I thought it was pretty insane, and I couldn't imagine myself waking up early to make lunch for my kids. But back then I had an infant. I never really got a full night's sleep and I was always tired, so it seemed overwhelming. But now that my kids are older and they can get themselves ready for school, they can get dressed, they can brush their teeth, and their school starts a little bit later, so I started making them these bento lunches, and I actually really enjoy making them, and I love choosing the toothpicks. I have, my favorite ones that we rotate. I don't go all out and make character bentos because I feel like that's too much work, but I will spend about 15 to 20 minutes every morning making them a Japanese style lunch, and it does take me longer when I film everything. I wash the rice the night before and it's ready in the morning when I wake up, but I really enjoy making this for my kids, and I'm proud to say that I've kept this up pretty much every day this school year, and I think I'll continue to do it in the future as long as they continue to eat it.